Well. What do we have here? Did you guys know I heard that the federal shutdown has had a really big impact on women? No, listen, I don't have, like, I don't want to speculate, but listen. The title of the stream is to talk about Mexico's very Mexican. She's very Mexican, okay? Mexican, Shine Bomb, whatever the heck her name is. Let me pull up her exact name because I don't know how to say it.
You're really choppy.
Consuela with the last name, same bird. Let me see. I know. My computer's acting a little bit glitchy right now. Give me a second. I know. I know. I don't want you guys to tell me. It's acting crazy. Okay, I'll actually just start first because apparently my computer is acting like a freaking spaz right now. As soon as I started talking about Mexico, it spazzed out. But I don't blame it. I don't blame it. I'm not used to me talking about Mexicans. Hold on, guys, 1 second. Okay. So we'll just start off easy. We'll start off easy. I gotta admit, I am a little bit excited. I did get a little bit too excited. So let's start off easy. How is everyone doing? Hello, welcome. Aaron, get in the kitchen. Aaron, get back in the kitchen now. Welcome. Hi, Samael. Hello, BTK. Abe, what are you doing here? Just go. Just go. Hi, old blindy. Assalamu alaikum, Awad. Hello, Mr. Renegade. Yakub, what are you doing here? Hello, Valerie. Those poor Shaniquas. Oh, pobrecitas. Don't you guys just feel bad for everyone, especially the women's? The women's. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cold open tonight. Aaron, I don't have time. I don't have time for music today. I really don't. We need to just get to yeah. We need to get in. Hi Beak. Hi Neil. Hi American Patriot and 3G. Thank you so much 3G. Hi 3G. Okay. Okay, so here it is. I know the women's. I know Aaron. I know. But you guys know I'm a woman hater. Supposedly I'm a huge misogynist. Wait, misogynist is yeah, they hate women. Okay. I'm a misogynist. I'm a woman hater. I'm also a homophobe, a raging homophobe, and a lunatic, and a psychotic wench. And wait, those are just things my husband calls me. Sorry. But I look. No matter what my husband may call me, or no matter what the internet calls me, I am your lioness, and I'm here for you all. I'm here, and I'm here to expose the most Mexican of the Mexicans. Do you guys see that woman? She is the most Mexican of the Mexicans. Apparently, Mexico has a woman president. You guys already know they have a female president, which means they've obviously gone down. Aloha from Hawaii. Hello, Island Fist. Apparently, the future is female. The future is female. And in certain offices now, if you go to any type of office today, whether it be HR departments or what have you, they constantly have signs that say, the future is female. And they have actually admitted that since there are more women now working in offices or taking over the office environments, that offices have become more toxic. There is more gossiping now happening, more passive aggression, and loads of woes is me. The amount of productivity has decreased from women. From women. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Samael. Shine bomb. Shine bomb. Shine bomb. Because, that's a very Mexican name. That's a very Mexican name. Hello, my name is Maria Josesuela Consuela Shine bomb. Shine bomb. You guys know they are taking over. And Mexico, how dare you? How absolute dare you? Not only did you get a female to run your president, you're already losing, but then you got a Jew. Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. Pick a struggle. If you're going to lose, at least just lose on one thing. They get a woman, which you've already lost. All right, you get a woman and then you get a freaking Jew. So she's already complaining. She's complaining because she was walking down the street, apparently, and somebody grabbed her by the pussy. Grab him by the pussy. President Trump. Yes, sir, Trump. Grab him by the punene. Somebody grabbed Mexico's president by the pussy, and she's complaining. She said, "Oh, I can't believe I can't just walk down the street. This is how sexist this country is. The sexism is all over the place. It's because I'm a woman and blah, blah, blah." Do you guys know that there's a reason why women should not be in certain positions? Actually, most positions, but women should not be presidents. The only time a woman should ever be a president is if there are no longer any men available to do the job. That's the only time a woman should ever be a president. Hold on, guys. Oh, one sec. I know. Forgive me. I'm just trying to get this computer to cool down because I don't know why this computer is just really not meant to do anything. Like, I'll give you an example. If you're doing one thing on the computer, that's the one thing that you're doing. You cannot multitask on this computer. That's just the way it is. So anyway, the only time women should be president is if there's no more men available to do the job. So the American government just opened back up. As you guys know, the government just opened back up, and people were saying, since the government shut down, there has been over 100,000 federal employees who have gotten dismissed or laid off or put on suspension or what have you. 45% of the workers who work in the federal government are women. 45%. They are complaining, women are complaining now that there has been a disparaging effect where mostly women are the ones being let go from their federal positions. And they are wondering why. Why are women being let go more than men in the federal government? Many women have claimed that this is sexism in a full effect, that this is to be expected because they're women, and obviously. But let me ask you guys something. Ever since women have become 45% of our federal government and our government in general, what industry has gotten better since women have become more integrated in those fields? What industry has gotten better? Because I tell you one thing, anytime I have to go to a government institution or a government building, whether it be DMV, wherever I have to go, these people, especially the women, listen, I'm sorry. It is especially the women who work there. They do not make any industry better. Women working in the federal government, Congress, or anywhere, they have not made anything better. I have yet to see the effects of the future being female, being anything but a poster for the type of I don't know, social decay that we're going to see in the future. Because if the future is female, I'm scared to see what's happening. I'm scared to see where it's going to go from here. I really am. The reason I say this is, here it is. The posters that I see that say the future is female, every time I see these posters, I'm like, why? Typically, when something changes, we change things for the better. Typically, when we want to change something, is because we're changing it for the better. Making the future female just for the hell of it, it's not making anything better. Name me one institution in the federal government that has gotten better since women have become 45%. Name me one. One. Child support division, that hasn't gotten better. Name me one. So here, I want to pull it up. I'm going to pull you guys up something. One sec. Now that my computer, I think, is stopping acting crazy. I think it stopped acting crazy. Hold on. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. They say a specific number for women laid off due to the federal shutdown isn't available, but they are saying that it is disproportionately affecting women because they make up a majority in many agencies, such as health and human services. Now, if women make up the majority, if they are the majority in the health and human services departments, tell me, has any of your guys' health and human services gotten better since women have become the majority of that department? I'm asking any of you. Have any of you guys seen an improvement in the health services of this nation because women have become the majority? Next, they say, education. Women dominate in the education sector of the federal government. What have we seen with the education sector in this country? What have we seen? Have we seen a vast improvement in the schools, in the grades, in the testing? Have we seen anything improve? No. In fact, we are getting worse. America is not even in the top 10% of worldwide when it comes to schools and children. We're not even in the top 10%, but we are number one in funding. America is number one in funding education. We spend the most money on schools, and you guys see what we have. Okay, next is Veterans Affairs. Women dominate in the Veterans Affairs section of the federal government. If women are dominating the Veterans Affairs section of government, have we seen an improvement on how our veterans are treated in America when they come back from war? Now that women dominate in that sector, have we seen an improvement? I don't know. I don't know how to tell anybody. I don't know how to tell anybody. Look at the results. Look at the results. Don't say, oh, it's hateful. Oh, it's mean. I think we should see the results instead of sitting here saying, oh, well, let's just put women. Let's just put women because it sounds good. Look at what you get. This is what we get. Failure. More and more failure, more and more disappointment. I mean, all right. I guess I'm not supposed to notice. I'm not supposed to notice patterns. I'm not supposed to notice statistics. Oh, God forbid we have that word, statistic. Oh, reported your channel for hate speech. Because we can't put that all in one comment, can we? I see our brains are working in little pieces, little small segments. Well, join the rest of them. Anyway, Somebody else's pie. Anyway, so that's what I'm saying. I'm like, if you guys, if even those people saying I'm bringing hate speech, I'm evil, I'm so mean, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. If I'm so hateful and you want to come and call me, oh, I'm mean and oh, I'm this, prove me wrong. Oh, that's right. That's right. Because if you actually looked up the stuff, you would be, oh, never mind. People like that don't get embarrassed. They don't get embarrassed. So I can't even say that. Says, we're number one in school spending, but we're getting dumber every day. And I believe it is partially because now we have women running those sectors. And you know what else? Even though we have a lot of money being dumped into the education sector of the federal government, even though there's a lot of money dumped in there, I sincerely believe that that money is being pocketed by many of the people who claim that they're putting that money towards the education of our children, of the American children. We do not see an improvement. All you see is that these people are pocketing the money for themselves. It's only corruption. You achieve 12-year-olds harass their channel status. That's good. Because the thing is, you're going to have to keep making lots and lots of channels. You're going to have to keep making a lot of channels because all you're going to do is get blocked. So go ahead. You can keep on keeping on. I know. She's Israeli and she's working with the cartels. Okay, this chick, everybody has already told me about this. I have not deep dived into it. I don't know all the information on Mexico's president, but I do know that she has been working with the cartels because if you do not, as a Mexican president, if you do not work with the cartels, they off you. You cannot be in Mexico and you cannot be in power. You cannot be in charge of the army, the Navy, whatever. I don't even know if they have a Navy, but you guys understand. You can't be in charge of things in Mexico without working with the cartels. They will not let you govern without working with them. So, I mean, yeah, I completely believe that she's working with the cartels. But then again, can you blame her? It's kind of a given. I mean, Mexico is ruled by the cartels now. I think Mexico should take an example from what is it, El Salvador? That president, what's his name again? It's something with a B. Oh, I want to say Bucio, but I know that sounds wrong. But you guys understand. I forget his name. Bukele. Thank you. I said Bucio. Bukele. They need to take an example from him. Guys, have you even heard? El Salvador is now seen as a vacation spot again. Crazy. Valerie says it was a commie tactic to soften the nation by giving women more rights than men. Straight from the commie playbook. But then again, it's like, look how things are turning out. Look where they're headed. I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess it does make sense when you think of it that way, when you think of it as a way to separate families, to dominate people, to gain control and access to more and more people. Because listen, before I move on, the way to get inside of a family is through the woman. Through the woman, a person can get to your family. And if you want to take it even higher, the way to corrupt a nation is through their women. That's how it is. I mean, anybody can argue with me with that, but if you want to dominate a country, you have to go through the women. Because for some reason, the women are it's the easiest way to get into a family or to get into a nation. The woman is the weaker link, typically. Let me see. I'm going to pull this up. Hold on one second because I have some news for you. Oh, no. No. No, no, no. Hold on, guys. I am pulling it up. Okay, I found it. All right, here we go. Oh, that's bright. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pull this up. All right. So the BBC, we're having problems with the BBC as well, and I want to share that news with you as well. Hold on one second. Yeah, because women are driven by emotions. I know. Valeri says, even our own gay prince Barack, our own gay prince Barack Hussein Obama taught from a commie playbook called Rules from Radicals when he was at Columbia University. That's an instructional manual on nation building. Wow. I believe it. I believe it. News from Alaska, BTK. I know. All right, I'm bringing you news from Alaska. Here we go. Whew. Caught red-handed slandering Trump. As you guys know, BBC was caught red-handed slandering President Trump with an edited video. The British Broadcasting Channel attempted to smooth things over with the president, of course, by refusing his demand. While they were refusing his demand for financial compensation for their offense. So they were trying to make an agreement with Trump after slandering his name. So BBC was caught slandering his name, and Trump was like, okay, well, you need to pay up for that. I'm going to fine you. And now they're saying, oh, we're trying to smooth it out without having to pay that fine. The BBC heavily edited the video of President Trump last year by merging it with his January 6th speech while Trump was running for president, in what is suspected to be their attempt to negatively influence Trump's 2024 presidential run last year. Now, the BBC has been under fire for some time due to its questionable coverage of the news, which likely caused the resignation of its director general and is about to result in a major lawsuit from the president, as you guys know. And they are doing all they can to try to get out of paying the fine from the president. Now, here it is, and I quote, here it is. This is Trump, I believe. He says, we'll sue them for anywhere between $1 billion and $5 billion, probably sometime next week. Now, this does not bode well for BBC, of course, especially if they are looking for British citizens to support them through this. Many of them have been very vocal about their hatred, their absolute hatred for the organization. Most British people don't even like the BBC anyway, and they figured that the BBC was doing anything that they could to try to gain views, to try to gain some popularity. So their idea of doing it was by merging videos and making, I want to say making a conspiracy where there was none, but that was their idea of trying to gain views, because obviously the BBC, who watches the BBC anyway? Nobody watches that channel. So yeah, anyway. So obviously being sued for $1 billion to $5 billion does not bode well for the BBC, especially if they're looking for the British citizens to support them through their fight with President Trump. And that's not going to happen. And they have been very well known for having a liberal bias. BBC has been up the left's arse ever since, I don't know, the beginning of the 2000s. Nothing has been fair reporting since the early 2000s. There has been nothing fair in the BBC. But anyway, here we go. The pressure was created behind the BBC's smear job on President Trump, and it resulted in the resignation of reported top executive Tim Davie and head of news Deborah Turnus over what the BBC is calling an error in judgment. But you guys know the British. It was just an error in judgment. We didn't know. We didn't know that was a fake video. We didn't know. Yeah, shut up. You freaking knew. You didn't care. You wanted to get views. Just admit it. Next, I want to move on to a different story. Hold on. I'm moving on to. Oh, here we go. Guys, it has been absolutely confirmed. Now, listen. Many of us have said that Trump derangement syndrome exists, okay? We've said that just like, behind closed doors, everybody kind of knows. But it has actually been confirmed that Trump derangement syndrome is a real thing. It is real and it is kicking, and it might be in the DSM-5. No, I don't think they'll put it actually in the actual, well, I hope they would, but I don't know. But I hope it will be in a DSM-5, okay? But here it is. Psychotherapist says that Trump derangement syndrome is real, and 75 of his patients have it. According to psychotherapist Jonathan Alpert, TDS is a real, verified psychological issue he has seen firsthand in his patients, with 3/4 of them showing signs of it. When people are arguing about narcissism and how everybody calls everybody a narcissist now because it's the new, word, you need to remember there are more people with Trump derangement syndrome than there are actual narcissists in this world, okay? TDS is a real psychological issue, and this is something that this psychotherapist has seen firsthand, with 75% of his patients showing signs of it. Now, during a news interview, Alpert stated that his patients that come to his office, they are coming there exhibiting symptoms of fear and anger-induced mental distress due to the president. Okay? And this is what he said in his quote. He said, "This is a profound pathology, and I would even go as far to call it the defining pathology of our time, basically of our era. This is, it's like every generation has a thing. Now, this has to be our thing from 2016, and I don't even know when it will end, but this has been our thing, TDS, okay?" Alpert went on to say, and I quote, "It doesn't take long for me to pick up on the signs. People are obsessed with Trump. They're fixated. They're hyper fixated on Trump. And they talk about some of the features of this disorder. They can't sleep. They feel traumatized by Mr. Trump of all people, who doesn't even know them. And they feel restless." I had one patient who said she couldn't even enjoy her vacation because every time she saw Trump on the news or on her device, her cellular device, she felt, quote unquote, triggered. Do you guys know? Oh my God. This is what I needed. I knew, okay, listen, we all knew. Okay, but this is something that we all right, I'll move on to the to the article. Okay, on the article, the woman, she kept feeling triggered. Now, after identifying the president as a trigger for these people, Alpert, the psychologist, said that his patients that are suffering from Trump derangement syndrome typically mention their hatred for the president within the first 5 minutes of their session. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Guys, and this is, oh my gosh, this is so, and this hits home. And the reason why I'm so happy about it is because it feels like I've been vindicated. Like, I'm vindicated. Like, thank you. Thank you for actually acknowledging that there are people out there who are psychologically just obsessed, and I mean, that's all they think about. All they think about is Trump. And I'm like, how do you even live? Because remember what I told you guys, the opposite of love is not hate. Hate is not the opposite of love. The opposite of love is indifference. If you don't give a damn about that person, that is the opposite of love. The opposite of love is not hate, because the reason I say that is because in order to hate someone, You have to invest time in thinking about that person. You have to think about that person in order to hate them. You have to notice things about them in order to hate them. That's why they say that there's a thin line between love and hate, but hate is not the opposite of love. Anyway, between the first 5 minutes of their sessions with their psychologist, they are already talking about their hatred for the president. And he finished by saying that if you are hyper focused on Trump, that is the real issue. Trump is not the issue. It's you. Oh my gosh. All right, moving on. Next story. Big Mike. Big Mike. Big Mike. Okay. As we all know, President Obama's wife, husband, they, them thing, Michael, Michelle, whatever it is, Big Mike is saying that he will not run for president because America is not ready for a woman president. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what? Okay. All right. Listen. I know I shouldn't say this, but for Big Mike to actually say that America is not ready for a woman while referencing herself, himself, they self. Listen, America is not ready for a woman with those nuts to be running the president, the country. Okay, I can't even talk. Listen, America is not ready for a woman with these nuts to be running the country. Okay, we're not ready for no transsexual woman thing with the shoulders like that and the balls and the swinging. We're not ready for that. Okay, we'll never be freaking ready for that. We don't need our female president wearing the wrong type of pants and then people being able to see the hang time on through the pants. Oh my God. All right. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need it. America will never be ready for these nuts. We will never. Okay. I'm having way too much fun by myself, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm losing it. All right, here we go. I'll pull it back together. Oh, all right. All right, here we go. If you are hoping that Michelle Obama will run for president, don't bother holding on to hope. According to the former First Lady, she has no plans to run for the highest office in the land. During an interview, she said that. I mean, she she said that. Michelle told the interviewer that she does not think that America is prepared for a female to be president. Now, Michelle Obama, Big Mike, said, as we saw in this past election, sorry, you guys, this is Michelle Obama talking, okay? That as we saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready. That's what the quote says, guys. That's not me trying to make fun of her, him, they. It says, as we saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You're not. You're so not. So don't waste my time. Big Mike, these nuts. Look, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say is these nuts. Like, are you kidding me? Like, look. I could even handle I could even handle Big Mike being president because at least I would know that it's not a woman. I can handle it. I can handle Big Mike being president because at least it won't be a woman. Because you guys know I don't want a woman president. I don't want a woman president in this country. No, I do not. I don't. I don't. Because we already see what happens to nations that have female presidents. Mexico, Shine Bomb, Shine Bees. No, sorry, sorry. I was going a little bit far there. I'll bring it back together. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sometimes I get a little bit beside myself. But yeah. So no. Every time there is a female running high offices, it doesn't work out. We can't even get women to do a good job in the federal government. Okay, we have agencies in the federal government where women are the majority, and look at those agencies. Okay, for instance, okay, education, women dominate there. Health services dominate there. Look at health services. Look how they're faring. Okay, no, we don't need women. The Veterans Affairs is run by women. Look at our veterans. Oh, you haven't seen our veterans? You've seen them. Look outside. Look outside of any big city, you will see our veterans. Yeah, those people laying down in sleeping bags outside. Yeah, that's how the veterans are faring. And that's with women majority. Just great. I don't want to see it. But anyway, back to the article. Big Mike said, we ain't ready. Okay. Big Mike went on to say, we got a lot of growing up to do. And there's still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman. Bish, do you know why we can't be run by a freaking woman? Do you know the Muffin Man? There's a lot of men who don't want to be run by a woman. Do you know why? It's not. All right, let me sit down. It's not the right order. It's not the right order. Men are not meant to be run by women. Women can't even, all right, here we go. It's amazing how fast this person forgets that they were asked if they were going to run for president. And he chose not to, okay? He chose not to. Now, had Big Mike decided to run, Kamala Harris never would have been forced onto the populace as a candidate by the DNC, because everybody would have flocked their tails over to Michelle Obama with no issue. You guys know that. Kamala Harris wouldn't have had to have strippers all over the presidential campaign, because that's what she was doing. Do you guys remember? She had the one. Well, I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to do the dance that they were doing, but you guys understand. Use your imagination. She had women with the. I'm not doing it, but you guys understand. All of that because she was trying to be relatable to what? Strippers and hoes? Like, really? There are more people in this country than strippers and hoes. That's all I'm saying. Wasn't it, Jakub? It was cringe. It was worse than cringe. No, Abe, no twerking. Not tonight, unfortunately, okay? I'm not that desperate for money yet. I'm not that desperate for money. But anyway, yeah, shaking her thing. Well, listen, Kamala Harris There's even a video of her even it's trying to act like she was going to twerk. And another thing. Now, imagine this, guys. Imagine this for a second. America, the greatest country in the world. You guys know Borat, okay? The greatest country in the world, America, the greatest country in the world, being run by a woman. Now, not only being run by a woman, but her husband would have to be the first man, first gentleman, whatever. We would have the men of our nation look like absolute cucks. Is that what we want to present to the world, especially after after we're trying to get big and bad on China and Russia? Oh, but now we're going to say, oh, yeah, we have a woman running our nation. And guess what? All of the men are cucks behind this woman. This is not the way we want to be seen worldwide. Do you know how badly they will laugh at us at the UN? Oh, you are with the Americans, yes? You are with the Americans. Oh my gosh. All right. So anyway, back to Robert says Camila Harris couldn't twerk with the board on her back. No. And the thing is, it's flat. And she claims to be a black woman, Robert. She claims that she's a black woman with her backside like this, like a math book, looking like the back of a math book. And she claims that she is a black woman. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Mexican Kila? Hi, Mexican Kila. No, guys, it's nice to see you, Mexican Kila. Woo! If I would have seen that. All right, let's move on. I'm just going to move on. Let's just move on. Okay, here we go. Next story. Here is the stupid part. Here is a stupid story for you guys. Are you guys ready for a stupid story? AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Yes. Coming to the stage now is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Her and her Latina big booty woman. Everybody's favorite big booty Latina, AOC. AOC wants to make us believe that Trump voters are telling her that they want to become democratic socialists. She's saying that Trump voters, that's me, yeah, me, what's good, that we are telling her that we want to become democratic socialists. I can hear the Russian anthem in my head. I'm not going to sing it to you all because I'm going to spare you all, but I hear the Russian anthem in my head right now. This big booty Latina, our favorite big booty Latina, wants us all to believe that Trump voters are secretly telling her that we all want to be socialists. She said, and I quote, "I can't tell you how many times someone has pulled me aside and said either I was once a big Trump supporter, but and I used to watch Fox News every day, but when I started to kind of expand my world and where I got my information, I now have learned that I have changed and I'm with you. And I learned from you, AOC. AOC. Come here, mamita. Come here, mamita. Listen, the things that happen on telenovelas are not real. They're not real. And those things that happen in your dreams, those things, no, they aren't real either. I mean, I know that you secretly want to twerk for Daddy Trump, but that's never going to happen. You know, he's just not into big booty Latinas. I'm sorry, AOC. I'm sorry. But you'll find a decent white man one day. But I tell you what, for now, you believing that people who voted for Trump want to be socialists, actually, they secretly want to be socialists. That's from a telenovela. That's from an old telenovela from the 80s. That doesn't exist, okay? That's not real. But this girl, she really does believe all the crap. And I think somebody was trolling her. I really do believe that somebody told her this nonsense, but I believe sincerely that they were trolling her. They were like, hey, look, watch this. Watch what I'm going to tell AOC. And then she took it hook and sinker. She believed it. Of course she believed it. She didn't even know what a garbage disposal was in a sink. I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, really? Really, AOC? Now, she said that Trump supporters secretly want to be Democrats, and not only Democrats, but democratic socialists. Yeah. Now, the article continues and it says, oh my God, it says, you're nothing like I was told you are, AOC. Maybe everything that they had been told from this one channel or this one ecosystem isn't the whole truth. You're actually really cool, and I've learned a lot from you. No. Okay, look, I think my ponytail is too tight. I think I can't, I think maybe. No, listen, there's gotta be, look, there's gotta be, this cannot be real. She really does believe, look, somebody was trolling her. Somebody was trolling her and she fell for it hook and sinker. Like, AOC, get it together. Get it together. Get it together. America's favorite big booty Latina. Come on now. Okay. AOC went on to say that that she, quote unquote, welcomes Trump supporters into her coalition. Of course, you want Trump supporters. Of course. Because you want to know why? I'll share a secret with you guys, okay? There's no testosterone in the Democrat Party. There's no testosterone over there. So what she's trying to do, she's trying to get some some male hormones over there. She's trying to get some chads, over there. That's what she's trying to do. I figured her out. I mean, listen to me. Your life goes far. She wants some testosterone. She wants some based chads over there, because what she's starting to realize is that she's not going to end up finding she's not going to find any real men over there. I think she's starting to realize it. And that's why she's like, I welcome Trump supporters over. I want you guys to come. Trump supporters, please. Don't you want to be socialist? Yes, AOC. No, that's the reason why. That I sincerely believe, like, she wants some testosterone and she wants it now. AOC, calm down, baby. Calm down. Desperation is not a good look for a woman. It's not. All right, I give you guys one more story, okay? I want to give you guys one more story about women. Oh, actually, no, I'll give you guys two more. Wait, no. Hold on. Let me not speak too fast. All right, here we go. Oh, no. Okay, are you guys ready? Here we go. Let's be serious again, okay? According to the GOP, Democrats blocked the attempts to fast track Jeffrey Epstein's file to vote. All right. In the midst of the Democrats' attempt to hide the identity of a deceased woman who reported to authorities and in her book that President Trump did nothing to her or any of the girls associated with Jeffrey Epstein. In an effort to create another hoax on Trump, of course, House Democrats have been blocking a quick vote by the GOP that would require the Justice Department to release all of its files on Jeffrey Epstein. Republican Representative Steve Womack told reporters that the chair is constrained not to entertain the vote unless it is a bipartisan decision made by the floor and committee leadership. And I quote, I tried to get the Epstein files straight to the floor, cut out all this nonsense, and the Democrats blocked it. Oddly enough, this is politics. It has nothing to do with what is right. So, this week, I don't know if you guys have seen, this week, there has been more and more headlines and rumors saying that President Trump's name is listed all over the Jeffrey Epstein files, and that's why they're not being released. And they kept on posting these pictures of of Donald Trump standing with Ghislaine Maxwell. So they're like putting up all these pictures of Donald Trump and Maxwell standing with each other and saying that that is proof that somehow Trump is banging little girls or was banging little girls in the past. Now, listen, Trump has been famous since the 80s. Okay. Trump has been famous since the 80s. This man has taken pictures with everybody who is anybody. That's Trump. So, for people to come out and say, oh, look, Trump had a picture standing next to P. Diddy. No shit. It's Trump. I mean, he had pictures with Snoop Dogg too. And Snoop Dogg made a song about him when he was elected president, saying F Donald Trump. I mean, what does that have to do with anything? Pictures that now, if you show me some pictures of Trump with some little girls, or I don't know, Trump writing letters to little girls saying, oh my God, I had a great time with you. It was the best. Let's do it again sometime. Anyway, so that's what's been happening all week in case you guys didn't see, but I've seen it all over and it's just what they do. But if they really did have something on Donald Trump and the Epstein files, best believe that would have been released yesterday. That is something that the Democrats would never hide from the American people. Now, they have done everything. They have looked into Trump as much as they can. They've gone through his house stuff. They've gone through his dirty laundry. They've seen his I don't know. I don't even want to say what's in his dirty laundry. But they've been in his dirty laundry. They have checked out his tax record. They have gone through everything, even the Christmas cards that he sent back in 92. They have gone through everything of this man's life. Do you really believe that the Democrats of all people or the left would ever be able to find something about Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump together and hide it? Do you think that they would be so willing to keep Donald Trump's secret because, that's what they do? Do you believe that they would have kept a secret like that? Shut up. There's no freaking way. So for them to come over here now and say, oh, we found, shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. And the thing is, like, anybody who believes the nonsense now, I'm like, they have gone through all these things. If they would have found something, that stuff would have been out yesterday. So please miss me with the headlines. Miss me with the pictures of him standing next to Maxwell. Yes, they were in the same room together. Great. And so was everyone else. But anyway, House rules prevented Womack from revealing which party stood in the way of the vote. But House Speaker Mike Johnson and others, they let the news out that it was Democrats who stood in the way. They told the truth. They're like, yeah, it was Democrats. I know we're not really, the House doesn't really reveal which party is stopping things, but I can say it. It was the left. Now, in fact, Speaker Johnson vented to reporters about the situation, saying, "I have not seen many stories written yet about the fact that we put the discharge petition up for unanimous consent on the floor tonight. The Democrats objected to the unanimous consent. Nobody has written a story about that. That is stunning to me." House Minority Speaker Hakeem Jeffries, aka the Timu Obama of the Democrat Party, Timu Obama, the discount politician. Of course, he did not respond to the requests for comment because you would know if it were actually Republicans, the ones that were stopping the Jeffrey Epstein stuff from being released. Best believe Hakeem Jeffries would be the first one up there. He would be the first one out there saying, "Oh, did you guys know that we were trying to, yeah, and then when we did, and they were, yeah." He would be the first one to snitch. I mean, come on. So the fact that Hakeem Jeffries is quiet when he was asked for comment about this whole vote situation, it says a lot. Sometimes silence can speak a lot louder than words. And there was a sentence that stood with me. It stuck with me anyway. And the sentence was something like, "The silence is so loud. The silence is so loud." I didn't know what that meant when I was like younger, but now I'm starting to understand when people say the silence was so loud, because silence can be the thing that really speaks the loudest. Anyway, okay, here's another story. Now this, I think I will give it to you here. You guys know the DNC, okay? Democrats. The DNC, they have staffers, and their staffers are angry about an in-person work order. Now, what does that mean, guys? Like, Mira, what does it mean to have an in-person work order? Well, DNC staffers in Washington, D.C. are reportedly angry that they are now being directed to report to work in person, 5 days a week by DNC chairman Ken Martin. Their first day back in the office will be sometime in February. So it's not even starting yet, but they're already pissed. During an interview with the New York Times, a DNC staff union leadership personnel, you could say, he said, and I quote, "It was shocking to see the DNC chair disregard staff's valid concerns on today's team call. DNC staff worked extremely hard to support historic wins for Democrats up and down the ballot last Tuesday. And this change feels especially callous considering the current economic conditions created by the Trump administration." Now, the contract between the union and the DNC allows workers to request remote work occasionally, which Martin addressed through a caveat during his announcement to the staffers. Of course, nobody wants to go back to the office full time, okay? Staffers will have the flexibility to address family, medical, or other personal matters that warranted the use for remote work. Now, Martin made this decision to make everybody come back to the office due to the very thing that the staffers union pointed out to news outlets. According to a source, Martin reasoned that due to the momentum he believed Democrats had built last week, having the staff in office will produce time-sensitive decisions faster. However, his detractors cited that Biden's 2020 election victory, while DNC staff worked from home, is proof that history will repeat itself in 2028. We were working less under Biden, and we still got stuff done. We still won, yo. We still got things done, homie. Why do we have to be in an office looking at each other, smelling each other's burps? I don't want to be there. On the other side of the aisle, the GOP is having a field day with this report. In fact, RNC Press Secretary Kirsten Pels said, and I quote, "This is hilarious. DNC staffers are shocked at being expected to show up to work during a midterm campaign cycle. Is this a political committee or a daycare?" Well, you guys know there is a saying amongst people, a dead commie is a good commie. A good commie is a dead commie. But those people who are into communism, socialism, the left, liberalism, all that crap, typically those people tend to be lazy. These tend to be lazy people that like to work as little as they can, and whenever they can, take from others. This is why they have sayings like tax the rich. They just want to eat off of others, if that makes any sense. They're like leeches in a way. And the reason I say this is because when you see socialist societies, there is a misconception that everybody is equal and everybody just shares everything. But no, no, no. Typically, it is a group of people that's working hard and earning good, and they have to share whatever they made with the people who weren't doing jack. You can fill in the rest. They have to share with those people. This is why a lot of lazy people hate meritocracy. They hate the idea that you get what you earn. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear, I have to earn this. I have to get up and do something to earn this. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear, oh, guess what? There has been a millionaire that just moved into your neighborhood, and oh, good for you, you crown eating, window licking person. You don't have to work anymore because the millionaire that just moved into your neighborhood has to share their wealth with you because we're taxing the rich. So that means you get to stay your fat self at home. You get to chill at home, and you'll still be having all of your bills paid for because we tax the rich. That's what they want to hear. I even heard someone say something so stupid. They said, a billionaire shouldn't exist. They said this. They said, if you are a billionaire, you are evil. And why is that? Because there are people out there starving. And if you being a billionaire, it doesn't make sense that you would be a billionaire and there are people starving in the world. That is the mentality of these people. That is you know what I'm talking about? That's how they think. That's how they think. That whatever is yours is theirs automatically. So hearing that the DNC, they're like, oh, I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to go to the office. And the GOP is laughing at them like, are you guys are in the middle of midterms. Are you not understanding that? It's not a daycare. If you're in it, you're in it. If you're not, then just go home and lay down. But anyway, National Republican Congressional Committee Press Secretary Mike Marinella said, DNC staffers are melting down after being told that they actually have to show up to work again for the first time in 5 years. And you can't put it any better. You can't put it any better. They're entitled children. I know. But whatever is theirs is not yours. Of course not. Of course not. Because they're the first people who get upset when anybody takes something that they worked for. Oh, I worked for that. Oh, that's mine. Oh, really? But billionaires shouldn't exist, correct? Billionaires should not have what they have because there should be a cutoff of how much a person is allowed to have in their mind. This is how they see things, that everybody can earn, but there has to be a cutoff to how rich you can be. And you know what happens if you allow that crap to happen? The cutoff gets shorter and shorter. First, it starts at, oh, you can't earn over a billion. Then it turns into million, goes down again, and to the point where everybody has to have the same amount of money. But the caveat is when everybody has the same amount of money, there's always going to be a group of people who always have more. And this is how socialism works. Everybody at the bottom, and then you have that 0.1% at the top. Okay. All right. I will let you guys go. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I know it's not a misconception, it's a lie, correct? They've been lied to. But I'm not going to allow them to learn that they've been lied to on my dime. Okay? That's all I'm saying. You are not going to bankrupt me so that you can learn that you were wrong. You're not going to do that. No. You can bankrupt your mama, but no, not over here. Lazy Democrats will accept AI replacing them. Oh, well. I think we need to have a whole stream talking about AI replacing people because, oh boy, it's starting and people aren't liking it. And it turns out to be the people that are easily replaceable that are being replaced. You guys know what I'm talking about? Do you guys know who I'm talking about when I say the people who are easily replaceable? Yes, I'm talking about women. Anyway, I'm like, in case you guys didn't know. No, and there's a reason why I say that. It's not because I hate women. It's not because I'm a misogynist per se. But I did make a really good loaf of bread today. Do you guys want to see? I'll show you guys my loaf of bread that I just made right now. It's really, really tasty. I have it here in the tea room because obviously. Okay. I have a piece of it, but everybody's been eating off of it, so it's like almost gone. But I wrapped it in plastic. It is so. But I just made this bread today. It's so tasty. Ooh, we can make sandwiches out of it, sandwiches, toast. Oh, yes. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy me some fresh homemade bread. Oh, and I'm also pickling something here. I'll show you guys this too. Hold on one second. I'm also pickling this. I just made this pickling dish today. I have some chilies in there. I got cabbage, cauliflower, carrots, garlic, a couple of other things. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. Okay then, guys. I will let you guys go. I'm gonna go back to the main house. I'm gonna get out of this guest house. Pickling is a lost art. Yes, it is. And I still do it because when you have old vegetables, like vegetables that are getting old or you're not going to use them, just pickle them. That way they don't go to the garbage and you get some good probiotics. I've got a bread maker. What is with fresh bread scent that is so good? It's an innate thing, Lippo. It's something that your body innately, after hundreds of years, because bread was a thing that changed humanity. Once we started eating bread and making bread, it changed us. So it's an innate thing that has been installed in humans from hundreds of years of smelling bread. It's just something that it's comforting, and it's like cats when they smell fish. It's just innate. It looks like kimchi. Yeah, it does look like kimchi. But yeah, I'm hungry just looking at it, guys. That's what I'm saying. You come to my house, you'll eat. I'll feed you. You will eat good. What's next? Cooking with Amita? I don't know. I don't like making cooking videos because then it makes me mess up. I start messing up because I know people are looking at me. When I cook, I like to be alone. Alone. Nobody come in the kitchen while I'm cooking. You will just smell the food. You'll smell it happening, but you'll never see it. You'll never see when it's done. Whew. It does. It really does. All right, then, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. It has been a pleasure as always. Gracias por pasar la noche conmigo. Los veo en la próxima semana. Antes de irse, por favor, tapan el botón de subscribe y los veo en la próxima semana. Gracias y I yield my time. Goodbye, everybody.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.